All right. Welcome back to the Malapert's Mark live stream, not the podcast. I was about to say podcast, but yes, I'm back with another live stream. It's a Sunday, in case you guys didn't know. I don't actually do these live streams live anymore. I just record them and live stream the video I recorded. Why? I think because I want these live streams, or not live streams, like just unprepared watch throughs to be in the live stream section of my YouTube channel and not in the video section because I reserve that for the podcast whenever it's going to come back. But we've been on hiatus, so technically this is like a bonus little video for you guys. I'm going to do Evolve today. If anyone watches Evolve, I assume anybody who is interested enough to want to watch my review of an Evolve show actually watches Evolve. But if not, I guess I'll try to fill you in and comment as best as I can. I'm going to just run through the promos and interviews, and for the matches, I'm going to skip to interference spots and the finish as I've been doing on my recent reviews. This is the first time I'm watching this show, so I'm just going to do it off the cuff, off the top of my head. I used to have a blog where I would write down every angle and what was going on, but it was just too time consuming. I wish I could do it. If I had nothing to do, if I didn't have to work and I didn't have other social obligations, I would just sit here and be a wrestling historian, honestly. But, life got in the way, and this is the best I can do right now. I'm just going to live stream my initial viewing of this. I forgot my actual microphone, so I'm using my JLab earphone. It doesn't sound that clear, I know. I listened to my last live stream. I was upset that when I left for work, I forgot my microphone, but it's okay. I think if I try to talk clearly, like if I do my Howard Cosell speaking very clearly, I think you guys will understand what I'm saying, hopefully. Next time, I'll remember the better microphone. But anyways, as for Evolve, what do we got? We got some storylines that have been going on, and these are the ones that I'm looking for to see if they're going to continue today. For one, there's a mystery person that's been attacking women backstage. We don't know who it is. Some weeks they do it, some weeks they don't. Sometimes it's like 1 week yes, and then 2 weeks not. So I'm still waiting to see if there's going to be a resolution on that. I'm not sure. Something I'm looking out for. Other than that, Kylie Ray and Wendy Chu have a thing going. I assume they're going to head towards like a death match battle or some kind of blow off, because this has been really intense and heating up. Wendy Chu broke into Kylie Ray's house and stole Kylie Ray's child's teddy bear, and that was part of their last match. So it got real personal, and it bled into the four-way they had, the Eliminator four-way for the vacant Evolve title, where Kylie Ray actually eliminated Wendy Chu, but it still wasn't over after that, and we still need to have a blow-off. So I don't know if we're going to have that on today's show, but we'll see. Other than that, the women's champion, as far as the women's Evolve champion is concerned, it's Callie Armstrong, who has been kind of a disrespectful little youngster, although really good and talented. But when she won the Evolve title, she took the title from Natalya, who was there to present it to her, and she just snatched it away, right? So a couple weeks later, some girls were stepping up to Callie for a title shot, namely Nikita Lyons and Zeta Steele, and they both ganged up on Callie. And who saved Callie but Natalya, the girl who was disrespected by Callie Armstrong? So I guess she's probably going to be some kind of mentor and try to teach her respect or something. But as far as I see, Callie Armstrong is really good in the ring. I'd say pretty much solid. I think it's just her promos that need to sound a little more natural and unrehearsed, and she'll be good. Let's see. Other than that, what do we got? The men's title, the Evolve title on the men's side. Jackson Drake of Vanity Project won it, which was kind of surprising. And Sean Legacy's down here, so you assume they want to give him a run with the title eventually. If he wasn't the premier inaugural champion, he's probably going to have some kind of angle to head towards winning it. Although Sean Legacy, I don't know what the fuck he's doing down here on Evolve. He is much past being NXT ready. He might even be main roster ready really good from what I've seen. So I hope he's not down here long. Don't waste his time. Don't waste our time. Other than that, what do we got? The one angle that they've been running consistently is the Chantel Monroe angle, and she's supposed to be like some kind of arrogant, bitch, if you will. And she has friends there like Mason Holiday who keeps like trying to defend her, like, no, that's not really her. The real Chantel will come through. Which, to me, this is currently the worst running storyline in WWE currently amongst all the shows. It used to be Ashante the Adonis and Carmen Petrovich and their love story or whatever, which I would lambast every week on NXT, giving 2 thumbs down ratings constantly. But right now, it's this one. It's very difficult for Mason Holiday to. All right, sorry, I got interrupted. But I was trying to say, make a point about Mason Holiday and how most of her lines so far have been in this storyline for Chantel Monroe trying to defend her and defend her bad attitude. And I just want to say that I think it's not a fair shake for Mason Holiday, who's actually really good in the ring. She's shown like she's a really good worker. But these lines that they're giving her are very, very difficult to execute because it's just a fucking awful, stupid storyline. There's no other way to put it. So I think WWE creative, whatever it is really failing her here. And I hope she doesn't get cut or something before she gets given a fair shake and a fair chance to deliver some lines in a decent angle. Other than that, I guess some things that have been hanging. A storyline that I think has been kind of left hanging is Keanu Carver. He was one of the candidates to win the Evolve title, and he hasn't shown up since he lost that 4-way. And they kind of ganged up on him. I think everyone ganged up on him to defeat him. It was an elimination match, so it wasn't like they were looking for the first pinfall. But he looked like the strongest guy, like the biggest guy. And then Harlem Lewis, who got defeated by Keanu Carver, he hasn't been around since he lost his qualification match to Keanu Carver. So I don't know if he's going to show up anytime soon or if he got hurt for real in that match. It kind of seemed like he pulled something, so we haven't seen him since. And that's all I got. So other than that, I guess we'll just press play and see what they got for us today. This is Evolve on Tubi.
Then, now.
All right, we're on June 18th, by the way. I guess since I haven't watched Evolve in a while, I might as well watch the intro video package and see what they got going on, see what they're trying to remind us of, like some things that are probably going to come up on today's show.
The Cali connection. From potential found to potential fulfilled.
All right, so that's Callie Armstrong winning the Evolve title back when she did.
Callie Armstrong, first ever WWE Evolve Women's Champion.
And like I mentioned, snatching the title away from Natalya.
Oh yeah! I told y'all, I'm at the top of this women's division, and all I want to know is who's gonna be my first competitor. I just want to be the first to congratulate you from one difference maker to another. You're lucky. Callie, 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 when it comes to gold, I am not afraid to pounce first. Y'all both doing a lot of big talking right now, but I don't see y'all doing nothing to prove that y'all really want this title.
We have descended into chaos.
All right, so this was a cool moment. This was what I mentioned earlier, that Nikita Lyons and Zeta Steele were the two girls that stepped up to Callie Armstrong. Actually,
It's all about the Evolve Women's Championship. The boat is here. Natalya.
And Natalya with the save. Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, Natty, I didn't need your help out there last week.
Actually, you did. Next week, Callie, you and I have a match against Nikita and Zeta. So you better be ready, champ.
Yes, so they set up that tag match. Zeta and Nikita are going to be on the same side today. But I assume at some point they'll have to actually face off against each other too to see who would get the title shot, the next title shot. We'll see how they figure that out. And that's it. That's the only video package they showed us. So everything else, I guess, will just be from our memories or whatever the commentators tell us. Okay, so we're starting off with the opening match being the tag team match. It's Zeta and Nikita against Natalya and Callie Armstrong. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to the end of the match on this one. If you guys haven't been watching my live streams, I have to skip through the matches because I just don't have 10 years to watch all these matches, honestly. But I will be checking out for interference spots or cheating spots before the finish as well. All right, well, usually I look for interference spots or cheating spots, but, you know, I caught a glimpse as I was skipping through this of the opening of this match, and it started with Nikita and Callie going at it with ferocious intensity, which I want to play some of it and then comment on Nikita Lyons.
Natalya, what an awesome way to start things off on Evolve on this Wednesday night. The summer is here. The action is picking up on Evolve. Let's see
Nikita with a bit of a size advantage on Callie, and they lock up and push each other to the corner. It looks pretty goddamn intense. I like that a lot. I think that looked realistic. That looked like they were both actually trying. Some punches, overhand right by Callie. Nikita ducks it. Good combo there. Excellent stuff, you know? And Callie Armstrong tags out to Natalya, and Natalya tags her in. Well, look, let me mention something about Nikita. Nikita, who has been up and down with Evolve to NXT and then back to Evolve, even has gone to TNA Impact. I've seen her over there as well. I think when she first started out, I think a lot of people were very excited for her. She had a really unique look. For the athleticism, for how she looked was interesting. I think she was an interesting attraction for anywhere. If she was on the main roster even, I think she would be cool to see. But unfortunately, it is my belief that she's fighting an uphill battle based on her body type. And I have this issue as well, where I would love to be a wrestler as well, and you could show determination and you could try your best to fight through injuries, but the fact is that with her body type and just doing these bumps, going along in normal matches in WWE, I think she's going to get hurt often. And I'm just kind of dreading seeing her career just go further and further and slip further away until they'll finally have to release her and just say, like, you're not available enough to consistently put you on this show anymore. And they're trying to put her on, they're putting her on Evolve, like, there's trying to get her work to keep her in the loop, but I just don't have a good feeling about it. But I hope she proves me wrong, because I think she's really cool. But anyways, I'm gonna skip forward into this match. All right, I'm here at the finish. The story of this match was, for a lot of it, Nikita and Zeta had Natalya trapped in the ring, and they were keeping her away from Callie. And finally, Callie with the hot tag. So Callie went on a roll, and it looks like she's going to win the match here by herself. And Natalya is going to tag in despite Callie being on a roll. So I'm going to try to describe to you the ending of this. Here's Callie Armstrong with a tag. She tries to go with the slam. She tries to bounce off the ropes, get some momentum, and Natalya tags herself in. When it looks like Callie was just going to finish the match off by herself. And then Natalya, the legend here on Evolve, trying to school the youngsters with the sharpshooter. Haven't seen her in many matches recently, but Zeta Steel taps out. All right, so let's see Callie Armstrong's reaction at the end of the match.
By submission, the team of the Evolve Women's Champion, Callie Armstrong, and Natalya!
Well, Natalya and Callie Armstrong clearly still figuring out their chemistry. Let's take a look back here, Rob.
Well, it didn't look like Callie was too upset about the whole thing. But okay, I'm gonna skip forward. Looks like we got a backstage segment. Let's see what's going on in Stevie Turner's
The last few
office.
weeks have been some of the biggest in Evolve history, and I thank you both for helping shape our show.
It's Sean Legacy and the Evolve original Timothy Thatcher. They've been like, not a team, but they've had an alliance on this show going up against Vanity Project, who use the numbers game. And they just don't like them because they just don't like them running roughshod because they're a bunch of lowlifes. But all right, let's see. Stevie Turner is over here praising them for their performances in recent weeks.
I really do appreciate it, but I know your time is valuable, so I'm just going to cut to the chase. I want to get the first crack at Jackson Drake in the Evolve men's title.
I understand you do, but so does everyone else in the men's locker room. I've already had several inquiries.
Listen, I'll do whatever it takes to be that guy. I want to be that guy, whatever you want.
Sean, like I said,
What if I run a gauntlet against Vanity Project?
You want to do what?
Would that be enough to be the #1 contender?
So if you beat every single member of Vanity Project, yes, that would make you #1 contender. I could set it up?
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, okay. Then you got your gauntlet match.
Awesome.
Nice. That's a cool babyface moment, babyface thing to do. I'll beat all of them before I get there. So cool. He kind of jumped the gun and cut the line because she was probably thinking about making some kind of big tournament or multi-man match to see who was going to get the next title shot. But she's like, fine, that's a good idea. If you could do that, fuck it, go ahead. And here she is left in the room with Timothy Thatcher.
He's gonna have to learn, isn't he?
Yep, jump the gun. So Timothy Thatcher is thinking this guy's inexperienced. All right, so we go backstage. We got Chewy Martinez is backstage.
Evolve fam, how you
with
doing?
an interview. Oh, Jordan Oasis. He actually is a storyline that I kind of dig so far. He carries around a backpack, and he's basically homeless. He doesn't have a place to live. He just goes from hotel room to hotel room. Actually, he says he doesn't even rent out a hotel room sometimes. He just sleeps on the floor outside. But somehow, he remains very kept. He mentioned in the video package that he goes to fast food places, orders the cheapest possible thing, and then just uses their bathroom, which is kind of funky. I still think he looks really too amazingly good for that to be true. And then the other guy he's interviewing here is Marcus Mathers, which I guess is kind of a similar name to Marshall Mathers, but whatever. He had an interview, I think, a week ago or a couple weeks ago, where he was saying he had aspirations to main event WrestleMania. I'm like, yeah, cool, good luck. All right, let's see what these two have to say.
Chewy Martinez, and here we are hanging out with Marcus Mathers and Jordan Oasis. And gentlemen, we've been following the journey for a couple weeks now. It's been a beautiful one. But yo, a WWE ID showcase match head-to-head. Here we are. But I gotta ask y'all, I'm gonna start with you, Jordan. What's going on through your head, brother?
Chewy, listen, I was looking out the window on the bus, rolling down the I-4 on my way to Orlando, and I couldn't help but to think of Jackson Drake, of all people. But it's because he came from the WWE ID program, and now he's the first ever WWE Evolve champion. Now, Chewy, I didn't put miles and miles on these boots and sit hours upon hours on the bus just to get this far. My journey to becoming the Evolve champion starts tonight.
Whoa. Look, you want to talk about a moment? This is my first match on Evolve. Something I envisioned over 1,000 times in my head. And Chewy, this is a big man right here.
Yeah.
But Jordan, me and you have the same goals. And only one of us are going to get there first. And I have all the confidence in the world that it's going to be me.
Whew. WWE ID showcase match coming up next, y'all. Hope you're ready.
All right, well, this could have the potential to be a good match. I don't know. I've never seen either of them really wrestle. But I'd have to give an indifferent to both of their promos in this interview because I just don't believe them. I just don't believe that they didn't memorize those lines, and that's an issue for me. That's the most negative thing I could think of in terms of wrestling, quote-unquote, acting or cutting promos. It just shouldn't sound like you remembered some line somebody gave you. You got to make it try to sound natural. And in that case, I didn't think it was that good, but I didn't think it was horrible. It just wasn't really that good. So I'll give it a 0 points on my scale that I grade things on. Indifferent. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but I'm not going to give it any good credit. Moving along, let's see what we got next. We got a commercial and we got a backstage segment. All right, let's see what we got. Who we got here?
There's been a lot of attacks going on lately. Honestly, one of y'all gotta know what's going on around here. First, Brinley was attacked. Then Danny. Then Carly.
That was pretty wild.
All right, so they're talking about the thing I was talking about when we opened today's show about who's been attacking women backstage. So this is Mason Holiday and Layla Diggs, and there's a bunch of girls in the back in the locker room talking about it. Let's see what they come up with.
Is it because Zara, we ain't see you in a few weeks?
That's a good point. Kendall, I think you and I are on the same page.
You know, Jen, you're right. Zara, I'm pretty sure it was you. You're the reason why Carly's been out for weeks.
Well, I didn't do this.
There's Kendall Gray and Jen Tala, the newbie, coming in and accusing Zara Zacher just because she hasn't been on the show. I mean, that's interesting investigating. I'll give that. But let's see. She seems to be in denial of it or denying it right now.
Proof? Proof that you didn't attack my best friend?
No, I don't have...
Oh, there's Kendall Gray calling Carly Bright her best friend after weeks of saying, "Leave me alone, I want to be on my own." Okay, funny.
Proof? You don't got proof. You don't have proof.
Hey, I don't have any proof, but that's just not my style, okay? If you got an issue with me, we can settle it in the ring.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that cool with you?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, Zara Zacher versus Kendall Gray.
Look, I don't know what that's about, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Chantel Monroe is sitting in the back and didn't say anything. So nothing from her storyline of what's going on with her being just a B word, a bitch, but she just didn't get involved in this. Okay. So something there for the mystery of who is the mystery attacker. Nice. At least they didn't forget about it. So I'm moving along to the next match. Let's see what we got. This is the Marcus Mathers Jordan Oasis match. All right, well, he's got his backpack, Jordan Oasis does, and he hangs it on the ring post. And I feel like that's like a good tool, a good gimmick that somebody could kind of fuck with him. If a heel wants to be like, hey, I'm going to take your bag because everything in your whole entire life is in here, your toothbrush and your cell phone and everything. So I don't know if that's going to be today because Marcus Mathers doesn't seem like that type of guy, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to skip to the finish of this match and let's see what happens. All right, I'm here at the finish. Back and forth match. Marcus Mathers has already been to the top rope for a top rope dive once in the match, but he's got Jordan Oasis on his heels at this point. He's in the ring. Jordan Oasis is outside of the ring. Let's play the finish.
Around the body and head to catch Jordan Oasis.
Kicked from behind, but somehow caught him in the front of the face.
Incredibly athletic stuff as Marcus Mathers goes over the top.
Nice over the top rope dive, I gotta say. He can do it. Jordan Oasis caught him, and he's gonna go to the top rope for a 450 splash, it looks like.
Opportunity.
450 splash, perfectly executed.
1, 2, 3.
All right, well, from what I saw, they both worked well. Jordan Oasis worked safe. They just put Marcus Mathers over. There was really nothing in terms of an out. He just did the job. So he did a good job doing the job. He didn't look terrible. I think he's still an interesting character that they can keep using. Definitely not buried here. But I'm going to move along then. Let's see what we got next. Oh, handshake. A handshake started the match, and a handshake ends the match. So there. Uh-oh, there is Keanu Carver.
What the hell is Keanu Carver doing?
All right, so I did mention this at the beginning of the show. Man, I'm actually paying attention to this. I can't believe I'm the one motherfucker doing a fucking review of WWE Evolve on the internet. But yeah, so I kind of had a feeling Keanu Carver would come out because, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say he was wronged in that Eliminator title match, but it kind of wasn't really fair the way they took him out. The way everyone ganged up on him. Or it was Sean Legacy and Jackson Drake, really. But here he is, just taking out two guys who are being friendly in the ring, having a handshake post-match. So Keanu Carver looks like he's going to beat these two guys' asses right here.
Just as I was talking about the respect being shown between these two talents, Keanu Carver shows up out of nowhere and is wrecking shop.
The human wrecking ball is not holding back. And why?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
We have talked about the strength of Keanu Carver, and you see it right there. He tossed those two guys like they were nothing.
It took two of y'all WWID clowns to stop me from becoming the first ever Evolve champ. So now I'm gonna run through y'all until y'all begging to go back to them bingo halls y'all came from. I'm gonna destroy this whole program.
Well, just as we spent time celebrating the
Nice. All right, well, that makes sense. He should be pissed about that shit. I mean, I think Sean Legacy against Keanu Carver would have been a really good idea for a #1 contenders match, but Sean Legacy got his own thing in. He's gonna have a gauntlet match against the Vanity Project. So I guess we'll see if he's successful there, and then if he's not, it's probably Keanu Carver's turn, in my opinion, because he says he's gonna run through everybody and destroy this program. So let's see if he can. All right, we got a new video package for a new wrestler. His name is Tate Wilder, looks like, and he has a cowboy hat. Fine, I'll listen to it. Why not? Oh, he rides a horse, too.
You know, there's a reason cowboys are cowboys. There ain't no freedom like hopping on a horse, running through an open field for miles. Just you, the horse, and the earth that God gave us. My father wanted us to push our limits. That's when you find your true self. A simple mistake could lead to a catastrophic ending. On any given night, you can become the victor, or you can become the victim. The way I grew up, the country way, family is the only thing you got.
I am looking forward to seeing Tate Wilder in an Evolve ring.
Oh, God, I don't know. There wasn't really anything there exciting. I mean, it might be cool. We'll see. But that video package didn't really talk him up that well. All right, so the gauntlet match, the Sean Legacy Vanity Project gauntlet match looks like it's today. And the 3 wrestlers he's going to have to knock off is Brad Baylor, Ricky Smokes, and Bryce Donovan, who never says anything. But he'll get some action today. All right, I think we're almost there at the we got a video package for Wendy Chu and Kylie Ray. All right, well, there's a lot of continuity in today's show for Evolve. I actually like it so far. I'm on my way to giving it a thumbs up, but let's hear this video package and see what they got prepared for us in terms of Kylie Ray and Wendy Chu.
Wendy Chu? You messed with me? You messed with my family?
That's Kylie Ray's son's mare.
Honestly, you scared the hell out of me.
She's like a real-life Chucky doll.
But not anymore. I am done being intimidated by you.
Kylie Ray finally exacts her revenge on Wendy Chu.
So I wanted to thank you, Wendy, because you've awakened something inside of me.
The whole situation with Wendy Chu lit something in her that's gonna make her career go to places it's never been.
Sure, you'll beat the hell out of me. But I will keep getting back up and take this fight to you until I am the last woman standing.
What intense animosity between these two.
Is that what it is? I knew it. Last woman standing. All right, so they're going to have a last woman standing match next week. 10 count, I assume. Wendy Chu gave a smile at the end. Wendy Chu does her gimmick well. I can't really quite put my finger on why she got sent down to Evolve instead of going up to the main roster. I don't know what they think she needs to work on. I think in the ring she's pretty good, and I think her gimmick is what it is. I don't think it's going to change or get better or worse. Kylie Ray, unfortunately, I think she's very good in the ring, but she's one of them that I have to point out just sounds unnatural in the promos, sounds scripted, memorized, whatever you want to call it. And to me, I think that's the thing I hate most about wrestling, acting in wrestling. You gotta remember what you want to say, but say it in a way that you would actually say it in real life. So I don't know if anyone's telling her anything like this, but regardless, I like her a lot. Hopefully she improves over time in Evolve. I guess we'll see. But that's going to be a good match. I'm looking forward to that match. Gauntlet match, I think. Next week we also got the Zara Zacher, Kendall Gray match. Zara Zacher, who was accused of being the mystery assailant earlier in the night. And here we got the Vanity Project. So the whole crew's going to come out together, and we'll see who's going to start the match against Sean Legacy. It looks like it's going to be, well, it's the main event, so they're doing ring announcements, but it's going to be Ricky Smokes. All right, so let me cut to the finishes and the pinfalls, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm here at the first fall. Sean Legacy is trying to get through the first leg of his triple gauntlet match. He has to defeat 3 members of Vanity Project. He's had not too much of a rough time with Ricky Smokes, and he's about to put him away.
Singles wrestling is a different animal. It is. I will give you that, Peter.
I'll tell you what. Smokes doesn't watch out. He's about to be swiped right. Is he going for it?
Shambles. Are we going shambles?
Shambles! Connected. That's a wrap for Ricky Smokes. 1 down,
Shambles.
2 to go.
Interesting finisher. I might want to watch it again. Let's see if I fit.
Shambles.
Slow motion this down a little bit. What do we got here? He's got him in like a torture rack type of thing. Can he really do this to everybody? Is the issue. Man, whoa, a torture rack into like a spinning reverse neck breaker type of thing. I don't know. Interesting move, but seems difficult to do. But all right, Brad Baylor's the next guy in. Let's skip to the finish here and let's see what happens. All right, I'm here at the finish for the second fall of this gauntlet match. Sean Legacy is here trying to defeat Brad Baylor. Brad Baylor actually cut Sean Legacy down at the knee right when the match started, and it gave Legacy problems throughout the match as he was trying to hold his knee. But in the end, you know, he even did an over-the-top rope dive, so he's trying to fight his way through it. And here they are at the top rope, and I think it's going to lead to a roll-up for Legacy. So let's see how this went down.
And Brad Baylor takes advantage of the hesitation and meets on Legacy. Superplex into the ring, and now a pin. Wait, Legacy with the pin.
Really?
Oh my God! Well,
Really?
That sucks for Brad Baylor. If you see his face, yes, I feel him because he's the one who did the suplex. And somehow Legacy reversed from the suplex into an inside cradle. And I would say that kind of sucks. That's kind of weak to me because that's just like a no-sell. You shouldn't be able to do that. But all right, so the last guy he's got to deal with is Bryce Donovan. You'd think that he's gotten through the worst of it, defeating both members of Swipe Right. Bryce Donovan's in here, who's actually way bigger than him. So let's see how that goes. It was actually really quick. So Bryce Donovan's going to enter the ring, and Sean Legacy is already he's too beaten down, too worn out from this match. It's going to be real quick, so I'll just play the whole thing.
2 down! Robert Stone, 2 down, 1 to go!
Yeah, but 1 Bryce Donovan to go.
Oh, big boot from Donovan.
This might be it.
2.
Big boot, big build style, big boot from Bryce Donovan. I mean, he is really big compared to these guys. I don't know if he'd be big compared to, you know, other wrestlers on the main roster. But okay, so that worked. Sean Legacy failed to get through the gauntlet, and Vanity Project have succeeded in keeping Sean Legacy away from Jackson Drake. So they're going to celebrate over him, and let's see if there's any type of afterbirth here. I'll play it from, we got 2 minutes left on the show.
The man from Long Island, Bryce Donovan, hold on.
Jackson Drake still attacks Sean Legacy, which I don't know why you would do this. Leave well enough alone. He's already lost his chance to get a title shot. Now you're only giving him fuel to try to force another title shot, or even give Stevie Turner an idea to give him some kind of shot for this unprovoked attack.
Oh, the party isn't over yet, I guess.
What is Jackson Drake doing? What is Ricky Smokes doing?
Listen. The Vanity Project runs Evolve.
I'm the champion. That means we call the shots. We will do what we want, when we want, how we want. What the hell is going on?
Lindsay Dorado, who had cut a promo after Vanity Project cut their promo last week, and he was very annoyed by them. So he's the one who comes in and makes the save for Sean Legacy.
That's not how it goes down in the big leagues. In fact, that's not how it's going to go down here at Evolve, guys. Children, no. Nah. Y'all think y'all big and bad, huh? 4-on-1, huh? Y'all think I'm done? I ain't come alone.
The LWO is here in Evolve.
I don't want.
It's Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, the the non-famous members of the LWO that no one really wanted to see. I think maybe some people thought Rey Mysterio would be here. But all right, so Lindsay Dorado has some backup because it was going to be 4-on-1. Now it's 4-on-3.
Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde. The LWO is in the house. The party's here, Robert Stone.
How is this fair, Peter?
This is called getting a taste of your own medicine. Watch out, Jackson Drake. The Vanity Project taken out by the LWO. It's been a crazy night from beginning to...
All right, well, that sets up a very obvious 4-on-4 8-man tag match. The Vanity Project against the LWO, Lindsay Dorado, and Sean Legacy, I assume. But okay, the big takeaway from that is that Sean Legacy didn't earn a title shot. So it'll probably be Keanu Carver, unless... Because I kind of think it's too soon to get that title off of Jackson Drake, so I kind of feel like Harlem or Keanu Carver is going to have to deal with someone else first, so they could like distract him with something. But other than that, I felt it was a very coherent show. A lot of times, a lot of these storylines that I expect to continue don't in wrestling. Sometimes they just decide to forget about them quietly and just move along. They just, something happened and they decided to move in a different direction. But in this case, I'm happy we got a coherent story. It's more than I could ask for in wrestling. I didn't really get a moment where there was like something funny that happened. I didn't belly laugh like I did on NXT with Wes Lee and Trick Williams. That was a really fucking fun moment. And in the state of the world, the way the state of the world is right now, I'm looking for something to make me kind of giggle, to be honest. And I didn't get that today. So I'm going to give it a half a thumbs up. Not a full thumbs up, because, I don't know, it just wasn't really a match that I thought was really exciting to that point, and there wasn't really a moment. But I kind of liked it. So a half thumbs up is not terrible. I'll give it an Orange Cassidy half thumbs up. Better than the week before that I gave an indifferent to, because I didn't really find anything that I was finding enjoyable the week before on Evolve on the 11th. I think that was the Wednesday before this. But this show I thought was worth watching. So they continued pretty much all the storylines that I thought they would. All right, well, that's my review of Evolve for this week. I'll be back with my next review. It will be not TNA, I'm sorry. I wish it was TNA. I wish I could skip to TNA, but I'm going to finish everything that happened last Wednesday first. And that would be AEW Dynamite Grand Slam Mexico, which is going to be like a big hodgepodge show of AEW kind of meshing with the CMLL company over there, which I have had a taste of some of their wrestlers in Ring of Honor, but nothing too exciting, nothing that made me think like, oh, this is going to be a great show or anything. So I'm probably not going to dive too deeply into all their wrestlers. I'm not going to try to learn all their wrestlers. I'm not going to start watching CMLL, to be honest. I'll watch everything. I made a promise on this channel to watch everything that's on TV here in America, but not in Mexico and not in Japan, unfortunately. I just don't have the time. I'm already on the books for 8 shows plus whatever premium live events / pay-per-views, so I just don't have time for any more. I wish I could. honestly, if I had nothing to do, I would sit and watch wrestling and do nothing else because it is my escape from reality, and reality really blows right now. So I went into this show kind of in a bad mood, tired, couldn't sleep last night. My dog was barking, love her to death, but she didn't let me sleep. So I came into this show at a disadvantage, but it still got a half thumbs up out of me. So I think that's a good rating. All right, then we'll see you on the next one for AEW Dynamite.